You're back with another one. This time we got top 10 most evil villains in anime by Top 10 Anime. Make sure you guys like their video, sub. We getting into it. Prepare for the smooth jazz.
There are many types of villains in anime, driven by different motives and goals. Sometimes you can even relate to those villains. Here, we are not looking at the strongest anime villains, but the most evil.
Pre-predictions. There's gonna be some people who are really not that evil on this list, but like they gonna have to fill because like there's some motherfuckers who are dead ass evil. Like Caesar Clown. That man is evil. He's messing with children. Evil. But they're not gonna put him on the list because he's not like that prominent. So there's gonna be like someone like like a villain from Black Clover or something. Like they're not that evil, but like they ain't do nothing bad, but like they're evil, you know?
For one is the symbol of evil, the complete opposite of All Might, the symbol of good. That already implies he has committed some serious crimes to achieve that status.
That's true.
His presence alone was enough to paralyze the young heroes in absolute fear. He doesn't care about
They knew
world
exactly what was
domination.
gonna happen.
He doesn't care about power. All he wants is to make All Might despair. For that purpose alone, he spent years specifically raising the child of All Might's mentor and made him the leader of the League of Villains. All for the sake of momentary satisfaction of seeing All Might's expression of despair. Perfect example of a sick sense of humor.
He definitely did fucking his brain up though. He was like no.
Anime can often show the bright side of a teen getting superpowers and not what could really happen. This is the excelling point of this anime, because it shows us the reality of what a teen would and could do when overwhelmed with near omnipotent power. The ability to kill anyone instantly, ability to heal, extreme durability, and many other superior abilities compared to the average human.
Wow.
This teen is so drowned in his own power that killing is just an entertainment for him to make him feel that fleeting moment of being alive. He doesn't have any targets or any goals, which makes him a horrifying villain.
Why?
His after-school hobby is simply to pick a random house and kill whoever is in it.
He gonna say no, isn't he? Oh, he deserved to be on this list. Oh, make him number one. Is it? Oh, I was wrong as hell. This nigga evil. He number 9? He evil as hell. He killing kids, bro. Caesar Clown not making his list. No. Oh my gosh, bro. This had me shook.
There are many excellent anime villains in FMA Brotherhood, who are all far more powerful than Tucker, but I still chose him as the worst villain from FMA Brotherhood.
Yeah, I was disgustingly wrong. These dudes are evil.
And yet he managed to leave behind a bigger impression. He was so obsessed with being a state alchemist, he was willing to sacrifice his own family to achieve this goal. He appears kind and loving on the surface, but we realize his true nature when we discover that his latest chimera is a merge of his own daughter and pet dog. Turns out he had performed similar experiments using his wife in the past. Worst of all, he had no regret or remorse, even when the remnants of his daughter in this chimera attempts to protect him from Edward.
It's real it's fucked up that I was happy Scar showed up, put them out of their misery. Cause my goodness, that man is beyond sick. He needed to get put down.
Some people can go to extremes to pursue and satisfy their
Jail
curiosity.
put down either one.
If this curiosity overall leads to a greater good, then it is often justified. However, this also results in the birth of some of the cruelest anime villains that justify their actions in the name of science. This guy is a prime example, using orphans as guinea pigs for various forms of experimentation. Even though the purpose of his experiments is to find ways to overcome the curse, it's almost as if he has lost all sense of emotions in the process of his research. He had no guilt towards destroying the lives of those children, reducing them to just slime.
Oh my.
The real cruelty is the continued experimentation on Meaty, testing the limits of her immortality with various killing strategies.
My friends, it has often
Okay, I never seen this.
I
I never seen the actual show. I've only seen the abridged version.
I like
Major is first of all leading a Nazi army, which already sets up an evil atmosphere. However,
Yeah, okay,
his
that does
speech
make
was
sense.
the highlight here. Not only does he describe in detail the many forms of deaths and wars he enjoys, but he goes on to explain the methods of killing that gives him the greatest pleasure. What distinguishes him from the other villains on this list is that the chaos he desires is not limited to just the enemies, but includes his own army and himself. He explains that he wants massive amounts of death on both sides, and he himself enjoys being trampled on. His enthusiasm for chaos manages to rile up his entire army so that the greatest war in history can be created.
He enjoys getting trampled on?
One Piece
Doflamingo
probably the
Doflamingo is not as bad. I know he's a evil person, but he is not as bad as number 9. Bro, he's not nearly as bad. I know, yeah, okay, Doflamingo got the slave trade. That's real fucked up. He's got he wanted to kill all of Dressrosa because of the toy factory. He got the toy factory. As you know, it's all fucked. He got the smiles, which is paying Caesar Clown to. Okay, yeah, he deserves to be right here. Yeah, okay,
highest
you're right.
number of
He's a
anime
monster.
villains in all of
He is a
anime.
monster. He's just
simply because
so-
it's so long. Out of them all, this man is to be remembered. He
He's just so charismatic. Yeah, he's hella charismatic. That's why I kind of, I forgot how evil he really is. He's really out here running the slave trade and experimenting on kids. Or funding the dude experimenting on kids. I don't know if he knows about. He probably does know about it and doesn't care. Doflamingo's a monster. Oh yeah, he a
not
monster.
necessarily the strongest, but definitely evil. He may have had a traumatic childhood,
Big ass
which
head.
probably contributed to his personality defects. However, it still isn't enough to justify his twisted personality. First of all, he kills his own brother mercilessly,
That too.
but his worst
I forgot about
characteristics
that.
is his enjoyment in manipulating others and destroying their lives. He made a king kill his own citizens, frames him, then causes the king's entire lineage to suffer the consequence for over 20 years.
Yeah, he a monster.
This is possibly the longest torture that any anime villain has inflicted on others.
Oh my no! Not the dog! Dio a monster!
Dio is
Not the
almost like a
dog!
protagonist with the amount of plot armor
I
he
forgot
has.
about that
He is
dog!
one of the few villains who get stronger every season, acquiring new skills and powers over time. In his early human days, he was mainly just a douche wanting to take out his pent-up anger on others who seemed well off. However, he is completely emotionless to the extent of burning a dog alive who does absolutely no harm to him. Killing people, I can understand, but killing a dog after kneeing it in the face makes no sense. To make things worse, it turns out that he wasn't evil to his full extent until he was told that he was born evil. Until that point, he had to make justifications for his evil actions. But once he realized that he was born evil, he is now released from these constraints and can be fully evil.
That design is so much better than his like awakened or whatever design. Oh my gosh, bro, Frieza, you asshole! I forgot. This fucking meme, dog. This meme on Twitter had me losing my mind, bro. Broly, look, niggas wildin'. Like that shit had me rolling on the floor for the longest
This anime isn't
time.
exactly a psychological thriller, and Frieza doesn't seem to be that cruel on the surface.
I gotta look it up real quick. We gonna take a quick detour. Tab? Okay. Broly, look. There it is right there. There it is right there.
Broly, look! Niggas be wildin'!
Why they do that? That shit was hilarious, dog. Oh my gosh.
relative to others on this list. However, if you look deeper into his actions, you start to discover how malicious he truly is.
Got me crying
He's
first time I saw that.
single-handedly taken millions of lives, highest kill count on this list. Biggest slave driver in the universe, he has millions under his control,
He
working under
did
pure
destroy
fear
a
of
whole
death.
planet
He watched
So-
the planet explode along with millions of its inhabitants,
with his
as if he
finger.
was watching fireworks. Killing people is like doing fireworks for him. He forced a boy belonging to a race he annihilated to work for him for years. He loves to manipulate. He kills Broly's father only to provoke a Super Saiyan transformation. He was able to induce fear even in a god of destruction.
Okay, but let's be fair. Killing people in anime for a villain is just like regular shit. If you kill somebody in anime, it really don't mean shit. Especially in Dragon Ball. Fuck, that don't mean shit, bro. Especially because that man was a monster too. Had that shot collar on Broly. I mean, he knew he was doing this. Broly was out of control, but like, all he needed was the love of a good woman. That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
Griffith, the most surprising villain that left many viewers speechless. He sacrificed his own men to obtain kinsmanship with the God Hand as their fifth
Oh, this is a good ass
member,
list so far.
Femto. In this process, he has lost all humanity and became a truly demonic being. To showcase his evilness, he wasn't satisfied with just the sacrifices of his own men. He went after Guts' girlfriend. Raped her right in front
Oh,
of him while he
wow.
was held down by other demons purely for his own amusement and petty sense of revenge.
Man cut off his own arm to stop that.
You restored me to life.
He is a monster.
So I feel as though you're like a father to me.
Johan is the weakest villain on this list, but one of the most horrifying. He loves to manipulate, kill, and destroy everything in his path. Most of the time, you have no idea what is going on in his head. He manipulates others into becoming serial killers, and even though these serial killers are not scared of killing, they still fear his name. He
This dude kind of reminded me of the dude from the second season of Psycho-Pass. Just like less gamey. Like that dude from the second season of Psycho-Pass, he really messed with these people's brains, turned them against the civil system. Like,
insensitive to deaths
It's
he has
kinda crazy.
caused and leaves behind chaos, and yet his existence is still not known to many. One of the most difficult decisions for a person to make is suicide, and yet he can convince people to do just that. The portrayal of how a completely sane-looking human could achieve this level of cruelty makes him, arguably, one of the best and cruelest villains in existence.
All that I did was grant you your wish, Doctor.
yeah, to be honest, I didn't get that last one. You know, it's good if John Liebert is on it. Okay, I mean, I guess I don't even know what anime that was from. They probably said it. Wait, I just saw something about Dofi. Of course, I'm pretty sure Dofi's not gonna kill me. Dofi, hee hee, boy. Alright, that was funny. That was funny. Sometimes I love villains more than heroes. Yeah, you gotta. A good villain makes the hero. It's always that case. If you don't have a good villain, the hero ain't shit, bro. Like, bro, what you fought this dude who was over here punching kittens, but this dude over here out here destroying planets. Why don't you go fight him? You know, it's levels to this shit. It's really levels to this shit. I could see why some of these people that I thought like weren't on the list because there were much worse people on this list. They were much worse. Like they're so evil. Like I need to take a shower, so I'm gonna go take a shower. All right, peace.